Hello there, and thanks for stopping by. My name's Michael, and I'm on a mission to rescue, restore, and return to full working order a 100-year-old Wurlitzer organ. Episode 1 has more information about how I got this 100-year-old organ and how we got started. Check it out. Before we go any further, I would like to say a big shout out to Michael Santander of the Instrumental Music Center in Tucson. They helped me restore this snare drum for my organ, and they did a pretty damn fine job. So thank you, Michael and Instrumental Music Center. I've got 2 more drums to take over there. They're in pretty poor condition, as you can see. They're falling to pieces. I will be taking them up to Michael very shortly. Okay, let's go and have a look at this case and see what we can do with it. So I decided I was going to start with something relatively simple, and that's fixing up and re-veneering some panels from the case. This is the rear panel. It goes at the bottom, at the rear of the organ, and it was so rotten on one end that I had to cut out a whole section and replace it with a piece of oak. Ready to veneer. However, I've been doing some, I've been putting the edging on. Now the edging is this banding that you can buy, and it hasn't really taken. I've tried to do it properly according to the instructions with the hot iron and so on, but it's still not completely sticking to this. I've also noticed, when I compared the dimensions with these wonderful drawings that I've got from Bob Humes, this piece here, in fact, is this piece here, that the dimensions are slightly small, and I reckon that's because of the age of it, and it's shrunk a bit, the timber shrunk. So what I've done is I've cut some 1/4-inch white oak strips, and I think I'm going to trim around the edges and then fix this 1/4-inch white oak all the way around, and then veneer all the way up to the edge. That'll get rid of the problem of the bad edging. It'll give me a really solid edge to this, and I think that will be the way to go. The veneer I'm using is from Rockler. It's not cheap, but it's very good. This is 24-inch by 96-inch. 24 inches, that's exactly the width of the sides of the organ. So I've got no play there whatsoever. So I've either got to try and do it with the 24 inches or trim it and butt 2 pieces of veneer together. We'll see how I get on with that. But this is what I'm going to be using. Now, in order to use that, you need a vacuum bag to put the wood and the veneer in, and I bought one here. And this is big enough. It's big enough for the sides of the case. So this was the biggest one I could find, and luckily it's big enough. So we've got all the bits and pieces we need. So I'm going to get stuck into this while you listen to some music. I've trimmed the edges and now I've banded it with a 1/4 inch of solid white oak. A little bit of planing, or maybe I'll use a trim route around the edges, and then we'll be ready to put on the veneer. This was a bit more work than I anticipated, it's a bit tough. The piece of wood I used here was solid white oak, and the panel pins I was using to pop the edging on just wouldn't go into it, so I drilled some pipe holes, still bent, but we're good now. We learn for the next time. Alright, that's it for now. I'll get back when this is ready for veneering.